Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. What do you guys think? Do you like the hat? Because guess what? Friday, it's supposed to snow. Now, I think the ground is probably still too warm for it to stick. But, I mean, it could be 3 inches, and if it's 3 inches, then yeah, that'll probably stay. I'm not sure. We'll see. I do know our mountain, I say that in quotes because it just never really seems like a mountain to me. But anyway, is supposed to get 6 inches of snow. So goodbye fall, hello winter. Also, I wear this hat. I wear this hat when I sleep now because Blue, and this is so weird, he never did anything remotely like this when I first got him, and we've had him for quite a while now, but he wants to eat my hair. Believe me, there is nothing like having your hair pulled out in the middle of the night to wake you up. So all right, let's talk about books. What have you been reading? What are you enjoying? What are you loving right now? Are you like, I've been struck this year. This year is a very dark Victober for me. Because normally the last couple years I've been reading, the last 3 years, yeah, I've been reading an Anthony Trollope, which is, I don't know, just fills me with like the thought of sunshine and sparkling lights. I don't know. But what I'm reading now is, it's really quite dark. So, I'd be curious to know, yeah, have you had Victobers where you're like, oh, I'm just like immersed in like kind of the gothic, ghostly, creepy elements of Victorian writing, or maybe you're participating in a different event, like a Halloween related event, or yeah, you're reading Trollope or you're reading Gaskell and it's romance and anyway, so okay, this is like the millionth time I've shown this book on this channel. I'm so sorry, you guys. So I'm still reading the best ghost stories of Joseph Sheridan LeFanu. I don't know, I am in like it must be the longest short story in the book. There's 16 stories in this book. I have read 8 of them. But I cannot get out of the Haunted Baronet. I'm like trapped in it. I think Joseph Sheridan LeFanu got a little carried away with the Haunted Baronet. I mean, I just can't. I can't even keep track of details. I'm having to like go back and like see like how people are related to each other, and it's just a little bit much. But I looked, and I mean, some of the other stories, Green Tea, Carmilla, they're like longer stories. So I guess it's totally by accident, but I have saved the longest stories of this book for right now. I am hoping by the time you see this video, though, I will be out of the Haunted Baronet and moving ahead. They are really good stories. Just dark in a very different kind of way. I mean, there's like Irish mythology and oh gosh, this very like clinical story about a haunted house, and like the kids find human bones buried in the back garden, and the parents are like, well, we probably should leave, I guess, you know. It's just very nonchalant about it. The Haunted Baronet, there's like this crazy macaw bird in it. So it is good. It is really good. It is just, it's dark. And the other book I'm reading for Victober is actually nonfiction. Parallel Lives by Phyllis Rose, 5 Victorian Marriages. So I think the last time I talked to you, I had just finished reading, so the first of the 5 marriages, it just starts off with like their courtship and like they get married like right at the end of that, and then it cuts off, and then we're gonna come back to them all the way at the end. And I'm really worried because it was a very ominous ending, like wrapping up the courtship part to it. Part of me almost wanted to jump ahead and read the rest of their marriage, but I'm doing this as a buddy read, so I'm going by the rules. Went on to the next marriage. So the next marriage was Effie Gray and John Ruskin, who I think I read a little bit about John Ruskin in my annotated Alice edition. I think John Ruskin knew Lewis Carroll. So that's kind of cool. Here's the creepy drawings. I did finally find who drew them. So let me tell you that. Illustrations are by David Shore. Okay, so they're actually very famous paintings of both of these people. And I mean, she is absolutely beautiful. This does not do her justice by any means. So I will link to those down below. I know the one of Effie Gray is called The Order of Release, and it's at the Tate Museum in London. And so, yeah, so I will try to find a way to link to pictures of these actual people. But their marriage, you guys, it was creepy. It was just weird and wild. And did you have any idea that, at least for part of Queen Victoria's reign, I do think the laws changed while she was queen, but in part of Queen Victoria's reign, it took an act of parliament to get a divorce. And then Phyllis Rose, bless her heart, she's like, which was very expensive. And I'm like, yeah, I bet it was. It's an act of parliament. My God. But Phyllis Rose does such, I do have to really give her credit, and I'm sure you'll hear me say this again. She does such a good job of taking, I mean, there's a good notes section at the end of this. I haven't actually been using the notes. I know you guys are stunned. I think I've only used one note. But she does such a good job of taking the nonfiction material that existed, because these people were all letter writers. I mean, they were all corresponding a ton. They were keeping diaries, journals. So she weaves all of that together so it feels very much like narrative nonfiction. Now, when I was finishing Effie Gray and John Ruskin, Jason, my husband, he's like, "What are you reading?" And I'm like, "You don't even know what I'm reading." And I was like, "This book, like, I'm reading parallel." And I do think Jason would enjoy it. I do think he would get something out of it, but he's like, I hate that cover. The cover looks so 80s, and it is 80s. But I'm telling you, I think many, many people on BookTube would really enjoy this book. So the next couple that I'm onto is Harriet Taylor and John Stuart Mill. All right, let's check out their creepy photo or drawings. What is it? Right? Like, why does everyone have to look terrifying? Anyway, so both Joe, who I'm buddy reading this with, and I are hoping, like, we're really hoping, like, is there gonna be a happy marriage in this book? Like, oh my goodness. So it's just been weird because, like I said, it's just been very, like, the reading wise, it's been quite dark. I mean, John Ruskin and Effie Gray, that was a painful marriage. Finally, just like to add absurdity to my reading schedule in my life, we the next book at work in our professional development book club. I do have until December to read this. I don't think it's going to take me that long. These books are all like a little over 200 pages. But this is Atomic Habits. Tiny changes, remarkable results. An easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. This is by James Clear. Now, I think I saw this on Amazon's page because it's like a huge bestseller, or was when I was looking at it. And I actually put it on the list of possibilities. And then we get the list, like the final 3 list, and we each get to vote on which book we pick. And so I voted for this one. I did not really think about reading about changing habits over Halloween, Thanksgiving, and shortly before Christmas. I mean, it might be a good like runner-up to New Year and New Year's resolutions, but yeah. So I'm really curious, and I don't know how this will play out at the office. It just seems, I'm not exactly sure. And I mean, but again, like I'm the one that put it on the list, so I have no one. I mean, it's really, I mean, people did vote for it. So, but you know, like there could be some good things in here, right? Eat the meat, spit out the bone. It's just been like a lot of dark reading and a lot of reading things that I wasn't necessarily planning on reading. I do want to say that I was so appreciative of all the great comments that you guys gave me last week. I had a tough week. It's unfortunately it's not something that's gonna go away probably anytime soon. So, you know, I've kind of given myself a year to figure out what sort of changes I need to make. And like I said, when I do figure that out, or when I am able to make the necessary changes, like I will definitely tell you all about it. But anyway, I was so grateful, and I want you to know I took excellent care of myself this weekend. I ate my feelings quite a bit. Let's see, what else did I did? Oh, I bought the next 2 books in the Slough House series by Mick Herron. So I think it's Dead Lions and Real Tigers. I'm not into this like, oh, this book is 2.5. Like, no. I don't like that trend at all. You can tell me how you feel about it in the comment section, but it's like, if there's going to be a 0.5, just make that 3, right? Like 2.5 should just be 3. So anyway, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so I got enough comments from people who were like, I really think you should get those next 2 books if you liked Slow Horses. So, of course, in my dream world, I would be able to read the 3rd book before the next installment of the miniseries comes out. That would be ideal. Is that going to happen? Probably not. And that's okay. I want to hear about your Victober or whatever event it is you're participating in this month, or if you're just doing your own thing, which is totally okay. No one is going to come after you if you don't participate in events. I promise. Speaking of events too, I am still like adding Shakespeare Journey tag videos to my playlist. So thank you guys so much. And I have a couple. I'm so sorry I have not watched them yet, but I will do everything I can to watch them this weekend and leave a comment. But yeah, thank you so much to the people who are participating in that. And I'm also just, I love seeing the Victorian versions as well. So very, very cool stuff. Tell me what's going on in your world down below. Sorry if I was like the mistress of doom and gloom. I think I did better than I did last week. Yeah, tell me what you're reading. I'd love to hear what's happening in your world. Tell me down below in the comment section. As always, if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can leave an emoji or give this video a thumbs up as a way of saying hello. There are so many new people who have been watching my channel. And if you haven't clicked subscribe, yeah, like maybe think about that. All right, Booktube. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.